Hi folks, welcome to my 8-Bit Retro Journal. This is a quick clip, 5 minutes or less. I recently got an AliExpress order in, and one of the things I ordered was one of these doohickeys, except it wasn't an AV-to-VGA converter, it was actually an AV-to-RF, because I have all the other 6 ones. I have AV-to-HDMI and VGA and vice versa, even have VGA to HDMI and vice versa. And now that I looked at it, what I see the sellers on AliExpress doing is they actually list the AV-to-RF, which is a little bit more expensive, and then they always give you 2 choices. And the first choice is always cheaper, and it's either an AV-to-VGA or AV-to-HDMI, so I don't know why they're playing those kind of games. In any case, it's the one I chose, and I didn't think I could return it, and so I figured, since I already have one, in fact, I ordered this one last year because my other one broke. And so now I have 2, and I figured, let's test this one out to see if this one is actually, how good it is. Let's see, this can do, let's do it in high, this is the low res one. Let's do the high res one first. And I tried it with my QL and said, am I going to get a better picture? And so here's what it gave me. It's like, it sees NTSC, and it's like, what is that? And if I hit the TV mode, it's like, it gives me everything but white. And if I switch this to the different resolution, it doesn't change anything. So I thought, well, is my QL broken? So the first thing I did is I plugged the other one in. Let's make this, and lo and behold, this gives sort of a nice picture that the QL is always given, and this does a nice monitor mode one as well. So yeah, so what's going on with this? So what I want to do is try it on different computers just to see if if there's a pattern to be seen. So yeah, let me do that. I'll be back. All right, I'm back, and yeah, so I swapped them out again, and I can always tell which one's which because this one has a plastic for the audio, and this newer one actually has it's a metal one, so it's a little better quality. So I'm thinking the encoder is different. In any case, the first thing I tried, because that's what I had handy at the time, is this AdaGames Sega Genesis portable, and if I turn it on, it actually gives a beautiful picture. And in fact, when I kind of looked at it closer, it turns out that this one gives just as good a picture, except it gives you jail bars, and this one doesn't. So I think this encoder somehow is doing slightly better. So I want to try it on other things as well. So let me bring out another computer. This is my trusty SETI. I'm not sorry. This is actually the Spectrum. This is my trusty Spectrum, and so let's give that a try. This is going to be PAL, but it does have the composite mode. And yeah, it has the same issue, and it doesn't improve. So 2 Sinclair products can't seem to do the composite signal to its liking. All right, let's try another one. So this is another AdaGames Atari remake. Again, I showed this on my channel. Let's give this a try. And yeah, that's a nice picture. Yeah, these are all, I don't have any joystick on that, but that looks pretty good. So yeah, that's not a problem either. All right, let me try something else. My trusty Amiga 600, it's a little crowded back here, but I got the power supply, so let's see what it does. This is the British version. I don't actually have the keyboard or anything on, but it should boot up. Is it going to give me... it's giving the right color image, so I think it should. Let me fast forward to this. Yeah, it's actually working. That's a good picture. So this is also UK though. This is a UK version. So this is definitely PAL. So interesting. All right, one more thing to show you. All right, got this system here, which will be interesting because this is like from the 70s. I've got it plugged in. It actually gives you composite. You actually had to buy an RF converter back then because it only gave composite in. It's on, but it's not doing anything. So yeah, that can't do either. Interesting. Okay, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to check this out. So weird. So if you have any thoughts on that, write them in the comments. But thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.